Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of the Nerdpocalypse Podcast. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Micah.
Hey.
And Terrence.
What's up?
All right, guys, we are back. There are things
We don't
on
really
the
have a lot to talk
docket.
about, but we're professionals, so we'll.
Yeah, we're just going to shoot the shit for about an hour. You're welcome.
All right, checked out this week. Micah, you watched Class of '09?
Yeah, I watched Class of '09 because my wife came downstairs while I was working one day and said, I got another story about my wife that's fucked up. I'll tell you after I tell you this. She came down and was like, babe, you gotta watch Class of '09, right? Because we're big fans of Brian Tyree Henry. We think he's a very, very good actor.
Yeah.
And she's like, you got to watch Class of '09. I already watched the first 2 episodes. You got to catch up. We got to watch it together. I'm like, all right. And you see how I said that I'm just going to watch this without any questioning whatsoever? Go watch Severance. No. Okay, fine. Severance is just an amazing show, but okay.
I mean, that show won awards.
Right, but and look, Class of '09 is not going to win any awards. It is good. It's interesting. It's interesting. It takes place across 3 distinct time periods, 2009, 2023, and 2034, focusing on the transformation of the U.S. criminal justice system as it is altered by the rise of what? Artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
So
all right, I'm already in. How did it make everything better and perfect?
I mean, the future is kind of
wrong.
So it stars Kate Mara, Brian Tyree Henry, Sapita Moafi, and a bunch of people that I don't know. And they all play FBI agents at the cadet stage, at the modern times, and in their future. And in the future timeline, in the past timeline, Brian Tyree Henry is, he looks like Brian Tyree Henry, so he's having a little bit of trouble with like the physical stuff. Kate Mara is she's got like broken bird syndrome, right? Like she wants to help everybody. In the present, they have their own like cases that they work on. And in the future, turns out Brian Tyree Henry has ascended to FBI director and is using artificial intelligence to basically become Minority Report, right? Like he is fighting crimes that are like thought crimes. And the thing with the story is a couple different things. One, Kate Mara's got an affliction in the future that you're like, well, how the hell did this happen, right? And Brian Tyree Henry, he became Orwellian. So it's like, well, how did this get to this point? That's the hook of the show. And it's not bad.
I like that premise. That's cool.
Yeah, it's not a bad show. It's kind of it suffers from like there are like almost 30 years spanning between the cadets and the people in charge. So but they don't really put on old age makeup. They just like give Brian Tyree Henry some gray right there, and like, and he's got a full goatee, right, instead of just like a mustache. Like that's how they age people. It's always kind of odd when you have like gigantic gaps, and trying to.
You gotta give him the old man makeup. Like you gotta do
right.
At least a little bit.
Right. But, I can look past it. It's not a very good looking show. It's kind of muddy. But it's on FX.
Oh,
Hulu. Yeah, it's Hulu. Hulu FX, they're all the same thing.
Yeah. Okay.
And but it's an interesting premise. It's an interesting show. I do like the performances. And I'm going to keep watching it because I gotta find out why why a black man decided, you know what, time to police thought, right? Like,
I got to tell you, as you're saying this, I immediately retrospectively have a real problem with the title Minority Report. I don't like it. Like, I don't care for it. That's fucked up. Nah, yo. Like, 'cause I feel like in the future, that's exactly what it's going to be used for. Like, oh, future crimes, red ball, red ball on the black ball. Like, nah, yo. I don't care for it. I don't like that. They're even telling you, like,
it's funny you say. It's funny you say that. Like in the first episode, in the future, like they are tracking a resistance guy. The actor's name is Raul Castillo. So yeah, he plays Amos Garcia, and the FBI's after that guy.
Yeah, I wonder why. Oh, a resistance fighter. Yeah, okay. That's interesting. I knew that it was like over a number of timelines, but I had no idea about the AI stuff. Like I saw like a bit of the trailer. I didn't really dig into it. So cool.
The trailer doesn't really give any type of sci-fi impression.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, they're not very good trailers, but my wife will watch anything unless I suggest it. So all right, look, I love my wife dearly. I really do. And I say these stories out of love, right? I tell her there was what's the difference between 30 and 60 frames? 30 extra frames. That's the difference. That's the delta. 30 extra frames.
This is one of the funniest fucking live conversations we've ever had. Holy shit. She was like, I'm not impressed. I'm not buying it.
So PlayStation had this big PlayStation showcase or whatever, and I know that the sequel to my favorite game is going to be shown here. And I tell her this. I say, all right, we'll watch Ted Lasso. We got to be done by 4 because I got to watch this. I got to talk about it on Dense Pixels, right? And I turn it on, and she says, you know what? You stay right there. I'm just going to come in here and vacuum. What? You're going to come in here and vacuum while I'm trying to watch the show? All right, whatever. So I turn it up, right? And then she asked me a question and has the fucking nerve to be like, so what I was trying to say is, right, implying that, she can't hear because the TV is too loud. But you know why the TV's loud? Because somebody decided of all the times to come in here and fucking vacuum when I say I want to watch something.
No, that's your fault.
That's fucking
apparently.
Wait.
Apparently
Was this in your office?
Yes, in this room right here.
All right. That's fucking.
Wait, whoa.
I'm like, yo, you don't have to do that right now. You don't have to do that right now.
Right.
Like I can vacuum my.
I got it.
Wait. I'm confused.
I'll take care of it.
Nope. Like I'll vacuum later after I finish watching this, please.
Nope.
What the fuck?
Nope. Yeah, it's fucked up. It's fucked up. That's what love is, man. That's what love is.
That's another situation where I would be like, leave me alone for the rest.
The rest of the day. Yeah, marriage doesn't really work like that.
I know, but like I can't. That's my problem, right? I don't know how I would be able to handle that.
Yeah,
like,
you gotta push like sugar. You gotta push sugar in almost everything, even when it makes no sense. Where you what do you do?
That's why shit like that.
Yeah, they do it with
like,
us too. We're dumb.
I'm never gonna put my hands on you, but like you need to get the fuck out my face, like for real. Because like
don't talk to me for the rest of the day.
No sense. It's like, well, you still mad at me? Like, no, you got to give me a couple hours, and then I'll be fine. Like that's how I work. Like I can be mad, I can be furious, but
just
give
let me
like an hour, give me 2 hours, and I'll be fine. Right?
Yep, just let me.
And that's one of those situations where I'm like, why the fuck would you do that to me? Like that's crazy. Yo, that's insane to me, yo. That's insane. That's all.
Yeah, that's what love is.
Look, in
fairness, what love is.
No, but look, in fairness, to them, we do the same dumb shit.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Which is maddening, I'm sure, for them.
Like, I know.
As rare as it is.
I am self-aware that I would also piss my fucking significant other off. It's just gonna happen. Like,
no, you do.
Yeah,
two different people.
Relationships are. Like, you're two different people. You're gonna piss each other off. But like, I'm not trying. Like, That sounds like she did that shit on purpose.
That's 100%
I
what it
think she
sounds
did. I think she
Like-
did.
Yeah.
Oh,
Joy?
well, yeah, that's the shit.
Joy? What is that? No. You can't.
No,
You can't.
yeah,
that's
no.
a Chris
She was
Rock
like
thing, right?
joy, and then she was like, and pain.
Sunshine and rain.
That's
That's
right.
ridiculous, yo.
Fuck out of here.
Wow, that's crazy. I would
Slow it
like,
up.
yeah, that would be one of those times I'd be like, yo, please, I just need like an hour.
I
Or
love
two.
your. I do love your way of handling a marriage. I'm gonna need you to not talk to me for the rest of the day. Like, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna report back. I'll let you know how it goes.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work.
Not
but, you
well.
know, you gotta-
Not well. No, I don't think so.
That's crazy. That's
So who watched
Oh.
Super Mario Brothers? Micah, did you finally?
I
get around to
watched
watching it?
Super Mario Brothers. Yes, I watched it. I said, "Hey Maxwell, you want to go watch? Let's watch a movie." I don't want to watch a movie. All right, well,
That's a pretty good impression. Isn't it?
I'm gonna turn it on anyway,
That
right?
nigga stays mad unimpressed. He's like, I don't
Just
think
everything. My family is just done. They don't care about me. It's fine. It's fine. I love them. That's what love is. That's why love is just that's why love doesn't make any sense.
so. Love is blind. And
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah. So we started watching it, and my son is not ready for me to take him to the theater because he's just like, "What's this? What's this?
Yeah.
What's this? What's this? A turtle? What's a turtle? Is that a dragon? It's fire? What is that? A penguin? Why is he throwing snowballs?" I'm like, all right. You just sit here and
Let me
watch
ask you-
this.
Before
I'm
you
gonna go
continue,
watch
let
it
me ask you
later.
guys a question.
Yeah.
Do you think once you have a child, like, if you can't find a babysitter, like that's just on you. You just can't go to the movies, right? Don't bring
That's
your fucking
correct.
kid to the movies.
That's
Yeah,
correct.
no.
That's a considerate thing to do. That's correct.
Yeah,
Right. You
yeah.
like you decided this.
Yeah, don't
You
think to
took-
me as everybody else with your bullshit. Like, nah, yo. not
So
cool.
what's the difference between that and a plane?
Because planes,
You gotta go
I
places,
can't just
man.
drive, yo. Like, what the fuck? I knew that's where this was going. I don't
Fuck
need to go to the fucking movies,
Nah,
right?
You don't need to get on a plane too. You got trucks
No,
and cars. And
I-
shit.
Nigga, I'm not driving to
Nigga.
Mexico. Get the fuck out of here.
I drove to Florida with
Yeah,
those
you did.
maniacs in the car, and I'm never, ever doing it again. I'm never doing it again.
No, that's
Give
too
them niggas some
long ago.
melatonin then. Shit.
Nah,
Start-
yo.
Anyway,
I
Start
ain't-
tossing it back.
Super Mario.
Eat it.
I wanted to take my son to a monster truck show because he's into monster trucks right now. And the closest one is in bumfuck Pennsylvania, 4 hours away. We ain't going to a monster truck show. Sorry. I'm not sitting
That's a long-
4
that's a
hours in
long-
a car
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what-
by myself.
I'm closer to PA than you guys. Than you guys are. Well, than you are. Like that's like an hour drive for me.
no,
Nah,
thanks.
fuck
Hour and
that.
15 minutes.
Nah, but it depends on where in bumfuck Pennsylvania, because it might still be 4
Yeah, that's
hours
true.
away.
Yeah, it would be like 3 hours for you. Like, it
Yeah.
was still pretty far.
It
It
comes
was
to
like
the
2 hours
Baltimore-
north. It was 2 hours north of Philadelphia.
Oh fuck
So-
no!
Oh.
No, fuck off!
Nah,
No.
no thanks.
Philadelphia is as far into Pennsylvania as I go. Once I go any further, I'm going to New York. Like,
Right.
knock it off.
I'm not fucking staying. Get out of here.
Nah, just I'm keep straight right out of
It's
the
like I'm going through Pennsylvania, through Delaware, through fucking Jersey to New York.
Right.
to New York.
I ain't trying to go to East Town. You know what I mean? Like I like that show. I ain't trying to visit it. Anyway, my son was just asking me too many questions, and I can't stand that. When I watch a movie, I want to watch a fucking movie. So I said, all right, you go ahead. I'm gonna go watch this movie by myself later. And yeah, I just had a big old smile on my face while watching this movie, man. It's just fun. It's super fun. Literally everything in it is a nod to something Super Mario related. From musical cues to sound effects to blue shells to even Rainbow Road. Like there's a shortcut in in one of the games
Yep.
where you jump down from part of Rainbow Road, and I was like, wow, they even did that shit, right? Like they even had a Mario Kart Double Dash reference, right, where they're sitting on the backs of the thing, and I'm like, yo, this is a true love letter to everything that is Mario. The story, I mean, like, you know, nobody's watching this shit for the story, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Nobody's watching this shit for the story. They're watching it because they want to see Mario and Luigi fucking fight Bowser, and it's great, man. I really dug it. You were right. All those people who had a problem with Chris Pratt's voice, fuck off. His voice was fine. It was fine.
Most of them weren't doing voices at all.
Right. Chris Pratt was trying to do something, right? Like he wasn't just doing his like normal Chris Pratt voice, but he was trying to do something. Yeah, man, it's just super fun. And just put a big old smile on my face.
Same shit.
So yeah,
like I was like, this is just an enjoyable fucking time, man. Like
it was,
yeah,
that's all it was.
Yo, that movie has made $1.25 billion so far, which is great. That movie made. I didn't like. This is incredibly high. Like it made $24 million in China, but it made $68 million in Japan. I mean, obviously because it's Nintendo, but like that's really fucking good for Japan. Holy shit. And then it made $84 million in Mexico alone. God damn. This movie did fucking crazy numbers, dude. And then it did higher in Japan than it did in the UK, which is crazy, by $4 million. That's really super impressive. But yeah, I mean it was almost like the domestic versus international numbers are equally impressive. It made $551 million domestically and $705 internationally. Like it wasn't like it made $1 billion just international, right? Where it did barely decent here. It did well everywhere. So yeah, I mean, look, it was just a banger all the way across. I mean, like I mentioned after I saw it, that last sequence with Mario and Luigi was just fucking pitch perfect. I mean, whatever you thought of that movie, the plot, whatever. Again, have you played the game? It's not really that fucking complex. But that scene with him and Luigi fighting Bowser was just fucking awesome. Like it was just perfect. It was like a perfect moment for Luigi, who wasn't in the movie that much, and like him getting his hero moment, and them both getting the Infinity Star. Like that shit was just fun. It was just great. I don't see how you don't like that movie and love Nintendo.
You're a weirdo if you don't enjoy that movie. Like I'm sorry. Like I'm gonna look at you sideways. You didn't have fun with that movie. It's just like that's what it's there for.
Yeah,
like that's purely to have fun. And if you know what Mario is, if you've played Mario games, like you're gonna catch something. And it's just a great movie, man.
Yeah,
it's a
1.2 billion. God damn. That's crazy.
It's a really good time. They apparently they teased Yoshi at the end of it. Look, man, I'm looking at other Nintendo properties. Yeah, man, you can do a Star Fox in this vein, right?
Yes,
like
absolutely.
You could you can apparently Detective Pikachu was done really well, but like you can have an animated Pokemon movie like this in this vein. I know there are other animated Pokemon movies. Look, you could get a Zelda movie off, right? It probably wouldn't be like Link has to save Zelda, right? Like it would be Link and Zelda trying to destroy Ganon, right?
Yeah.
But you could do that, right? Like that's essentially what this movie was, right?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. People
and
be pissed about that, right? Because got to have the damsel in distress. Like you don't, and
I've seen women say that too. Like sometimes women shouldn't be.
Like I know Link is saving Zelda, but it's called The Legend of Zelda. It would make perfect sense for them to be working together.
Yeah, that's actually a great
what
point.
The fuck is going on? Like it's The Legend of Zelda. It's like, oh, Zelda is the fucking woman. Okay. Which always was a little strange. Even as a kid,
I was like, oh, Zelda, the one with the sword. Got it. Yeah. Obviously, that's who Zelda is. But
I was 7 years old when I had that game. I had the gold cartridge, and then my cousin
Had to
said
go
it needed
gosh.
to be cleaned, and he put it into a fucking sprinkler system. Yeah, that shit pissed me off. Yeah,
And to this day, Terrence fights his cousin every time he sees him.
yeah, I do.
Like I don't like that movie. Why? It goes back. I don't want to talk about
It
it.
goes back to 1988.
I'm still mad.
He was 2, so you know. What do you?
He knew. He knew.
Nah, he knew better. Get out of here.
Kick him right in his back. No, but it just the idea of like the whole damsel in distress thing. That's a dead genre, Like they don't make those they don't make those movies. Animated shit, they don't make that anymore. They haven't made it in a long fucking time. Like I feel like people don't realize Disney has gotten away from that. Like what seems maybe about 20 years ago. Like
yeah, I don't remember the last time.
I mean,
Mulan was like, I think Mulan was like, here's the demarcation zone. Like, we're not doing that anymore. Right?
What was that, like 97, 98? 25 years ago.
Yeah. I mean, I think Mulan was kind of like, yo, we don't need to do this and we're done. And people are like, why isn't there any damsel in distress? Nigga, they ain't been doing those movies since you pretended to like them when you were a kid. They haven't done them in a long time. Ain't no fucking Cinderella, Snow White shit anymore. Like Brave, they gave her a bow and arrow. Her whole point was like, I don't want to get married. Fuck y'all. Like, they just don't do that shit anymore. Like, pay attention to the movies that come out, guys. Like, that genre of animated movies is over. It's dead. Good. And why? Like, it's fucking stupid. But yeah, I don't see why you wouldn't do a Legend of Zelda. That sounds dope to me. Like, in this same vein, why not?
So how do you do a Metroid? Because I really want to see a Metroid movie.
I would love to see a Metroid movie. The problem is
because it's a little darker. It's like a lot darker, actually.
Yeah, it's about a bounty hunter, yo. Like,
I mean, could you just do that live action? Or do you think they'd have to do animated?
You could do it live action.
You could do it live action. It just depends on where they want to go, right? Like, because as soon as this movie came out, everybody was like, "The Smash Brothers universe," right? Like everybody want to see a Smash Brothers movie now. Now that this movie has done well, I don't need to see them. They fight a giant hand in that game. They fight a giant hand. It's like the hand of God and like the left hand of God, right? Like you don't need all that, but no, I think you do a Metroid and you treat it like a YA movie. You know what I mean? Like you treat it like one of those, detergent movies or whatever.
What does that go? Wait, that's called Divergent?
Divergent.
Yes, it's called Divergent.
Don't do that. You're better than that. You're better than that.
I am not, but I'm better than that for this I'm better than that for this podcast.
And that does feel offensive that they named it that. Like that, that feels fucked up. Again, it's like Minority Report. Looking back, I'm not okay with that title. I really am not.
But like a live action YA.
Yeah, I think you do it like
visuals. Like I need you to get a good visual effects team. Don't fuck that up because like she's in a suit.
Now, do you?
Yeah, she's in a suit that can like morph into a ball.
Now, does that? Do you worry about the big reveal at the end, or do you just throw that up front?
I think you have to throw that up front. Like, and
everybody. Well, not everybody knows, but like, if you're a gamer, if you're a gamer, you know that a Metroid is
Samus.
Well, Samus is a woman. Yeah.
I think you put that up front. I think that's your marketing. Normal, well-adjusted gamers are going to be fine with it. Like, oh shit, Metroid, yo,
girl boss.
Right. The people who are mad are going to see it anyway because they have to review it. Even though
they've never actually heard of it before,
pretending they don't want to watch it again.
Right. Like, don't do what Itagaki did because he fucking that other M.
No, he fucked that. Yeah,
he was on some wild shit. It was really weird.
Metroid Other M, like Jay, I would assume that your impression of Samus is like just this badass bounty hunter, right? Like a Boba Fett type, right? Silent, like a fart, right? Silent but deadly, right?
Yes.
The Metroid Other M games made her into like this whiny, like I need to seek approval from this man, and it was just the worst characterization that I've ever seen for a character. And Samus don't even talk, yo. Like that was the thing. That was the thing. Like this is the first time people are actually going to hear Samus like speak her mind, and she's just like she's crying, right? Like what? Like nah, yo, just get out of here. Get out of here.
Like
man.
she's on this mission called like Codename Crying Baby or some weird shit like that. I'm like, come on, man.
What is like somebody who didn't like this game, like didn't like the original.
I don't know what he was on, but it was by Team Ninja, right?
Yeah, it was about a guy that made Dead or Alive, that introduced boob physics into fighting games.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Well, that was the problem. Like, I would have been Nintendo. Like, what are you doing? No,
right. You can't get the jiggle physics.
You can't do that.
Do it. No, don't. No, I don't. That.
Yeah,
gotta make sure her tits are bouncing. She's in a metal suit. Like, nah, but still, like, people aren't gonna buy it unless you can see the boobs. Like, all right. Yeah, I think I'm not mad at a YA kind of thing.
See that working.
Yeah, I can see it. The only problem is like, does Samus have like someone to talk to, like a heads up display that has like a personality or a robot with it, or with her or something like that.
A Jarvis?
Yeah, because you would need something to bounce off of.
Like she'd have to talk. Like they'd have
she would have
some type of back in this movie, right. But I don't know what you do. Like you got to get a talented writer.
But you know what? I'm thinking like the closest thing to a Metroid movie, and it's not a Metroid movie, but it's a movie starring a woman in a spacesuit that is essentially a 2-person play, and that's Gravity with Sandra Bullock.
Mm-hmm.
And she did a very, very good job of like playing against nothing. And that was a very interesting movie about survival. And that's essentially what this is, right? That's essentially what Metroid could be. Okay. So I think it's possible. We just gave Hollywood the idea. So hurry up and pay the writers so that hurry up and pay us. Yeah. Hurry up and pay us for the idea.
Well, trust me, we're scabs. We'll cross that line. Fuck those people. Get money.
And and make that movie.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. That like you kind of talking to yourself out loud, like, all right, I could do it, like type of shit. Like you could kind of play it like that. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, The Martian did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it works. I mean, everybody talks to themselves. We all do. Like everybody does it.
Yep. If you don't, I think you're weird.
Now, if you start responding to yourself, like a back and forth conversation, well, okay, buddy. There might be a young YA book that you might need to be in. So, aptly titled. Like I'm just saying, like that'd be a little odd. But that's okay.
Jesus Christ! Why are we like this? What the fuck is up?
I don't know. That's the proper question. Why are we like this? That's exactly right. Next up. I mean, did you see Fast X, Terrence?
I have not seen it. I don't care. I already know the story. I know what happens. So y'all can talk amongst yourselves.
No, we don't need to. I'm gonna just take that off the docket. That pitch meeting that's out today.
I watched it. Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah,
it's fucking hilarious.
That almost sums it up until you see that scene with John Cena. It might be one of the dumbest things I've ever seen.
He just grand opening, grand closing, right? Like he just came in. But like he's probably not gone. Right.
I love that.
They're not gonna fucking destroy their chance to have Cena and The Rock in the same movie, right? That's silly.
You think. But again,
I hope not.
His car blew up into a fireball. So, he's probably not dead.
Right.
Yeah, but we gotta get
no one dies in this theory.
We gotta get a shot. Yeah, unfortunately.
And even
like,
then,
we got to get a shot.
They're not dead. I'm sorry.
We got to get a shot of the family like doing their Street Fighter 2 end pose like screen right at the end of the last movie, right, where everyone just is like, yeah, or whatever, right? Like that's so he can't die, right? He can't die.
Look, if you can pop up in you know what? Never mind. At the end of the movie, it's fine.
Again, no one dies in the series.
Anything is possible.
Bitch. Like, all right.
We need to get
This
out of
one
here.
popped out of a sub. This one popped out of a submarine wearing just like some Gucci, wearing like Gucci jacket.
Dolce
like,
and Gabbana
right.
overcoat.
Ain't no earmuffs. She's just like all fully made up. Like, you don't look like no fucking commando. What are you doing? What are you doing, movie?
Oh.
What are you doing?
Like, I can't wait to hear the explanation for that character showing up in the next movie. I really can't. Like, I just.
Yeah, I gotta. What kind of bullshit are they gonna?
She fell off of a plane going a million miles an hour down a runway. Yo, she hit asphalt, yo. Like, what?
Nah, but she just tucked and rolled.
No, here's the only thing that would make this make sense is if they picked up her dead body and sent her to that fucking weird shit with the black Superman nigga. Because that has
Brixton.
to come back.
Brixton,
Brixton.
yeah.
Like that whole, they just said, fuck that thread. So that has to be a thread because there's no logical explanation for that.
Nah, she'd be mad dead. She would be
Well,
super dead.
She'd be mad dead.
Now that the Rock is back, it's probably canon again.
No, it's always been canon. They just didn't get it.
I mean, like, they'll reference it. You know what I mean?
They should, because we don't know what organization did that. Like, we don't know.
We don't know what the fuck that is. So that has to be part of it. It has to be. Like, if you don't make that part of it, like, you just, it doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
Is that movie worth watching? Like, I haven't seen that movie. Is it worth watching just to kind of complete the family?
Just to complete it. Just to complete it. Look, it's not good. It's ridiculous. It's fucking
if that's
ridiculous.
what you want to do, just for to be a completionist, yeah, sure, go ahead.
Like, I saw a clip.
Rock
I saw a clip
a
of
fucking helicopter.
Yeah, I saw that clip, yo. I saw that clip.
Like, wait, what? That's not how. Yo, your fucking arm would rip right out of its socket, yo. Like,
yeah, it's not like he's driving. It's not like he's driving a Charger that's holding two burning helicopters on the back of it, like Heights.
That makes sense. That makes sense. No, yo, he just held it.
There ain't enough weight in the world that you can put on that fucking car to make. You know what? These movies are really fucking stupid and silly. But speaking of silly ass movies, nigga, I watched John Wick. Chapter 4. Look, it's a beautiful movie, but ain't nobody gonna tell me this shit is amazing. Like story wise.
Oh, story wise.
No. Nobody is saying.
Nah, like it's a beautiful movie. Like
it's wallpaper porn in a lot of ways.
It looks so good. I don't know what's sillier. I don't know what series is sillier. John Wick or fucking Fast Furious. I don't. You ain't finished the movie yet, Jay. You haven't finished it.
I haven't. I'm only an hour into John Wick 4.
At the end, I'm like, yo, so he's invincible.
Yeah, he kind of is. Yo. Yeah, he kind of. He's got that plot armor is super strong.
Look, I messaged Micah. Today when I was watching it, and I said, "Let's see, hold on," because I said John Wick 4 might be one of the most insane movies I've seen in a long time. The most unrealistic thing in this movie isn't the suits, right? Because everybody's got the bulletproof suits now.
Bulletproof suits, right?
It's not the suits. It's the fact that a man his age wouldn't have had a massive heart attack from the stress at this point. Yo, that scene where he's in Japan and those dudes show up and there's that big sequence. Yo, it's like 20 minutes. I'm like, his heart would have given out so much earlier in this.
Look, Keanu Reeves is 60 years old, guys. Oh, he's like 58 years old,
Yo, it's just one beat after another. I'm like, yo, give this dude a break.
You haven't even gotten to the torture scene yet, Jay. You haven't even gotten to the torture scene yet. Jesus Christ. Like, what the fuck? Like, come on, man. Like,
No,
It's
he is the Baba Yaga, you know, like he is.
like he literally, like I'm saying, no, he's invincible from the comic book. Like he feels no pain. He doesn't. That nigga just fell off of like 17 fucking rooftops and just landed like, okay, I'm good. Let me just go ahead and pop my shoulder back into place and get up and just start hitting people with headshots again. But there was one sequence where my jaw was on the floor. I think you know what sequence it is, Micah. Towards the end.
Part of the movie?
It's towards the end with the aerial shot. Nigga, that shit was the dopest thing I've seen in a fucking movie in my life. Yo, I was literally sitting there like, this is a video game.
Yes, thank you.
That's what you said. That's exactly what you said. You said it's a non-interactive video game. Was exactly Michael's response.
The dopest fight. It's the dopest action sequence like from the visual standpoint. There's a game called there's a bunch of games that have like top-down views, but like there's a game called the Hong Kong Massacre.
Yeah, that was the inspiration. That was the inspiration for this. Yes,
yo,
he said it directly.
He did.
Because people were comparing it. People were comparing it to Hotline Miami.
Yeah, that's what I first thought. I was like, nah, fuck that. This is.
And the director was like, yeah, but he said directly this was inspired by Hong Kong Massacre, and
it's so fucking dope, dude.
It's fucking.
I was like,
dope,
he had that fucking shotgun with the fucking. I rewound it like 3 times. It was so fucking dope. Like that's the shit that I want to see in an action. Something that I have never seen. All the other stuff. This nigga got hit by 9 cars. I tell you, all right, again, that's silly. That's fucking silly. Why is this nigga just getting up like he doesn't feel pain? But when that scene came on, I'm like, this is one of the dopest things I've ever seen in an action movie in my entire life. In my 42 years on this earth, it looked so fucking cool. Look, and I think that's what drew everybody in. They were like, yo, this is amazing. I wish I would have seen that sequence in the movie theater.
I just had a smile on my face, yo. It was.
You gotta finish that movie. Dog.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to finish it this weekend. But like the other part that I thought was really funny about it is like the suit's inconsistency, right? Like they're bulletproof, but like you can just stab them.
Yeah, they're like impact resistant, right?
I'm like,
they're not. They don't have. They're not.
But like that,
they don't have piercing damage protection, right?
Like that dude,
it's just blunt damage.
I was like, no, because that woman stabbed that one dude like 14 times in the back, which was great. But I was like, okay,
he's like climbing up his back.
Yeah, that shit was. I was like, oof, he's dead already. Like, my God, let him go. So yeah, I thought that was cool. Like, so much of that universe though is just set up for shots. Like, they don't make any sense. Like, outside of the action sequences, like when they're in Japan and when you first arrive there, and you're kind of following the hotel manager and everything around, and he just like walks through that room with all glass, and people are like firing arrows into this like hyper modern space, and there's this like all glass, these glass display cases. I'm like, what even is this place? Like, in this universe, this is a regular hotel. This is a regular hotel that I can check into if I'm not an assassin. I'm like, what room is this? Oh, this is the murder room. Oh, got it.
This is the room that's about to get fucked up. That's what this room is.
Yeah, like, what is this nonsense? And then in that scene, which I laughed, I appreciated, then it got ridiculous, then I appreciated it all over again, which was Keanu Reeves using nunchucks like they were a baseball bat.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Bro. I'm like, you don't know how to use nunchucks, nigga. You just swinging that shit like fucking Mickey Mantle.
Right, just hitting me. I was like, and that guy's dead. That guy's dead. That guy has serious brain damage again. Like, he held the one guy down. It was just like bop, 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 bop. I was like, all right, he's done. He's not getting up. Like, and if he does get up, he's not going to be walking straight. But yeah, it's a fun movie. It's fucking ridiculous. And
it's one of the silliest movies I've ever seen in my entire life, to be perfectly honest with you. It looks so good.
It does. And look, here's the thing. It proves what I've long said about this franchise. This franchise's script is written on a cocktail napkin, yo. Like, it's not real. Because even the movie starts, and it's like, why is Lawrence Fishburne just yelling things, walking, like why? Okay, like, it doesn't make any sense. He's like, "You ready?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm ready." And then it just hard cuts to the desert, and he just, like, shoots at it. I was like, wait, how the fuck did we get here? It's like, why are we fast traveling around the world? Like, it doesn't make any sense. And look, the last thing I'll say about this. You can't say anime can't be done live action anymore. This is an anime. That's all this is. It is an anime. It is a unbeatable protagonist who's just kind of gruff, doesn't talk a lot, right? It has
how many words he said in the movie?
30.
380. That's it.
That's
380.
It's not a lot.
A 3-hour movie. And that is not a lot. And a lot of them are like, yeah.
You ready? Yeah. Okay. Wow. That you nailed it.
I'm ready.
It's like, all right.
That's a choice. That's your choice, nigga. Like,
you want to try it again? Nah,
on,
nailed
man.
it. Let's move
it's
on.
like it's like I just want to fight. That's what that's what they're here for.
Right.
That's
You're not here for the
They're here
dialogue.
to see me shooting niggas in the head. That's what I do.
Yeah. And look, I'm not mad at him. Keanu was great
I am
so far. But like, this is an anime. Like, to me, it just feels like an anime. Like, all the characters feel like anime characters. When when the bad guys show up, there's like the bad guy, I guess he's like biracial with the big afro, and then like the big jawed Italian guy, and he's like, "I want to speak to the manager." I'm like, yo, these are anime scenes. These are not out of a real movie. These are animated. It just seems fucking silly. Every character is over the top. They're like, just like the first Pacific Rim is an anime, like all the characters seem like they were out of an anime. That's what this seems like to me. This is part of the reason I have no respect for the for anime in the storytelling medium. But at the same time, I thoroughly enjoy it when it comes to just showing me cool shit. So that's fine.
Yeah, and that's all that movie. And the tracker was fucking dope too. Him and his dog.
Yeah,
that was cool.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, man, that dog.
He was.
He just showed up.
You got to see that. You have to see that sequence, yo.
All right, yeah,
I literally watched it like 2-3 times in a row. I'm like, yo, this is one of the because I'm watching it. I'm like, yeah, that's because I have Hong Kong. I have that game. Yeah. I played it. I beat it. Like, it's fucking awesome. But I'm like, yo, this is Hong Kong Massacre, and like, I can't imagine he didn't take some, but he did. He said he literally. That's what
he said that is the game directly where that scene
fucking nailed it, dude. He nailed the hell out of it. It was so fucking cool.
All right, I'm gonna have to finally get there. All right, topics this week, Micah.
Adeline Rudolph, who made her debut as part of Netflix's Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, has joined Tati Gabriel, her co-star on the Netflix series, in New Line's spine-severing sequel to 2001's Mortal Kombat. Simon McQuoid, who directed the previous movie based on the video game franchise, is back behind the console. All right, that's like the second site that I saw that said that. For this new feature, which sees Carl Urban leading the ensemble and diverse cast. So Carl
Urban is going to play Johnny Cage.
It's a bit of a weird choice, right?
That's stupid. To me, that's dumb. Like, he should have played Kano, but Kano's dead, right? Because he died.
Yeah, Kano's dead now
in the first movie.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah, which is stupid, right?
Like, do we not know? Does this person not know the lore? Johnny Cage is about.
I mean, is this supposed to be like? Is he going to be like retired? Like, is he going to be like retired Johnny Cage? Like, you know, hung up the mantle as the action star type of thing. Is that how they're going to play it? Maybe?
He's still got the same like basic MO. Johnny Cage, an action movie star who enters Mortal Kombat to prove that to naysayers that he's capable of doing his own stunts. So that's the Johnny Cage like lore initially. Then he becomes
Johnny
like
Cage is a martial artist.
Right. He's a martial
Urban
artist.
Is not a martial artist. Carl Urban is fucking Australian. Right? What is it?
Keanu Reeves wasn't a martial artist, but he was in the Matrix, right? Like it all depends on how. Right, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't like this. Fuck this stupid.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if Carl Urban trains to become a
he's
martial
not gonna.
artist,
Carl Urban is 50 years old.
I mean, that's actually my biggest issue. Is Carl Urban seems too old for the role. Because I like Carl Urban. I think we all do.
No, I think he's a great actor, but like not for Johnny Cage.
Apparently,
that doesn't make any sense.
Apparently, Carl Urban has done martial arts before.
Has he? Oh, okay. Well, maybe. Yeah. I guess.
Now look.
I don't see Carl Urban as Johnny Cage. I just don't.
I don't see him as Johnny Cage, but I also don't see The Miz as Johnny Cage, right? Like a lot of people were like, The Miz should be Johnny Cage because he's a bad actor too, right? And it just, I didn't really see it. But look, I'm hoping that he can play Johnny Cage well. You know what I mean? Like Johnny Cage is a fan favorite. He's a dickhead. He's kind of like, I mean, given Carl Urban's performance in The Boys, he can play a dickhead.
Yeah,
but like Johnny Cage, but Johnny Cage also has like a heart of gold, right? Like,
right.
And Butcher doesn't. So I think he can do it. I just think this movie's going to be bad. Just like the first one. Like, I know everybody liked that first movie for some reason. Like,
no, they didn't.
Why?
No, they didn't.
Yo, yes, they did.
They
yes,
that's impossible.
Not critics. Not critics. People.
No, that's impossible. Is that true? That's not true.
Are you serious? Yes, dude. I think they gave it a little bit of pass.
Right, because they're like, well, it's just a Mortal Kombat movie, right? They're like, it's just a Mortal Kombat movie, and the fatalities though, like that's
they
all
weren't
you need
good.
to
they weren't.
That's
good.
all you need to placate the Mortal Kombat crowd, just fatalities and
not even a tournament, not even a tournament.
You know what, Micah, you're right. Because they just had that Mortal Kombat 1 reveal trailer come out. And people
you
are like,
see all those people going bonkers for that dumb shit?
It didn't show anything. They didn't show
right. They showed Liu Kang.
They showed nothing.
They showed Liu Kang murder Shang Tsung in a just a gross way, right? And I'm here for it. But like, they didn't show you nothing. Like, the Mortal Kombat crowd is very easy to please. All they want is gore. Which is weird because Mortal Kombat has like an interesting lore. It's not good, but it's interesting enough for me to like pay attention to it.
I don't know why they don't lean into that in these movies.
I don't know.
There's like the Mortal Kombat lore is insane. Like it would be 2 hours and 35 minutes, like John Wick, if they actually leaned into it. And I don't know if you want a 2
Okay, no, I don't need that.
Mortal Kombat.
No,
right.
Mortal Kombat movie. It's silly as fuck. But yeah, I don't like this casting. It's a weird
casting. It is a weird casting. He's gonna need to shave that beard though. That he's got to be clean shaven to play Johnny Cage.
Yeah, does he have like the pelican gullet under there? Is that why he keeps the beard?
No, he's been clean shaven before. Well, I mean, I guess.
He hasn't been this age before.
That's true. Yeah, I don't know. When I heard this, I was like, that casting doesn't make any sense to me. And I like Carl Urban a lot, man. I really do. Okay.
I don't know.
I feel like Anthony Starr from The Boys would have been a better choice for Johnny Cage.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, he's got a punchable face, yo. He would have been a better choice.
He looks much more like the character. Maybe that's who they thought. They were like, get the guy from The Boys. And so it's like, cool, we get to Carl Urban. Like, no, the other guy. Like, oh, sorry. Well, he already took it. Yeah, like if that came out and he was like, he's going to play Johnny Cage, I would 100% buy that. Like, that would make sense.
Yeah, that makes way more sense than fucking Carl Urban. I just don't see it. I don't know how I'm going to see it.
So Adeline Rudolph is playing Kitana, the Princess of Edenia, and some actor just got cast as Jade, who is essentially Kitana's BFF. That's right. Melina was in the first one, right? Like, see, this is what I'm talking about, yo. Like, they don't like Melina and Kitana are sisters. Like, they are intrinsically linked with one another, right? They're rivals. Why was Melina in the first movie and not in this movie? Like,
Why
like
did
you
they
say what you
kill
want about
my
that
boy Kung Lao? What the fuck?
Yo, that's
was-
probably also part of it for me. That's probably also
that
part of it
pissed
for
me
me.
off,
is that
yo.
they killed
He was dope, yo. He was dope in that movie.
like
He was the best character.
Yeah,
Next to
right.
Kano.
I don't. And he had the best fatality because he always has the best fatality because he's got they make the hat the star of the fatalities. I just don't. This movie's not. This movie, yo. All you people who like this movie, man, like.
Now you're whack.
All right, yo. I mean, y'all the problem, but I get it.
Then they gave
I
what,
get
was-
it.
what was that? They gave that new guy new powers. He was a new character. His power is like
The
he
new
could just
guy
take
who
a beating. Just take a beating. That was his power.
The new guy who's the point of view character who should have been Johnny Cage in the first place because Johnny
Right.
Cage is like, he could have had the same story. Like, oh, I'm going to enter this tournament to prove that I can do my own stunts and I know my own martial arts. And then he gets in way over his fucking head because he doesn't know what to expect, which is what the audience would be feeling. I just like this movie.
And then he
This movie was
rises
not
to
good,
the-
guys. This movie was not good. It
Mortal
wasn't.
Kombat has 150,000 goddamn characters. You don't need to create a new one. You don't.
Right.
You don't.
Yeah.
Yo, they look and
Mortal
you know
Kombat
what?
like 70 plus characters.
Yeah,
something like
Something like that.
It's
Yeah.
a lot.
Like,
A lot.
like Armageddon has like 68 characters or some shit. Like that's literally everyone.
And look, here's the biggest thing for me, and I think this is my biggest issue with this first movie. Oh, you teed up a fucking great Sub-Zero Scorpion rivalry. It looked good. Their suits looked different. One was Chinese, one was Japanese. You had like cultural differences, all that shit. They showed you that first like fight sequence when Scorpion wasn't quite Scorpion then, and you were like, oh shit, this is going to be a real ass movie. And then we saw the movie, and it really wasn't. It was bad. And then you made Jax have those
but
little
Jay,
ass arms, which was fucking hilarious.
But Jay, he did the ice clone though. He did the ice clone though. He did the ice. He did it. He did the thing that I know from the game.
He did the thing.
So it was
He
good.
did the thing that I know.
Nah. When he destroyed Jax's arms, I did appreciate that. Yeah. Oh,
That was pretty funny.
Oh, eggs.
I'm gonna need there to be a little bit more discerning when it comes to your fucking entertainment, guys. People, you Mortal Kombat fans. Mortal Kombat 11 wasn't a good game. Mortal Kombat
No, it
wasn't a good movie. Sorry, those are facts. Those are facts. You may have liked it, but it wasn't. Mortal Kombat
And look,
and Mortal Kombat X are far superior games than 11. This movie, I don't. Nah, man.
and look, there's nothing wrong with liking garbage. There's nothing wrong with liking garbage.
Yeah,
I just want you to acknowledge the fact. We just talked about the Fast and Furious movie. We've seen all of them, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing wrong with liking garbage. But like,
Terrence and I have seen 11 out of the 10.
right.
We chose to
So-
give 2 hours to one bullshit one.
So just acknowledge trash, right?
That's all you
Like, just
gotta do.
acknowledge.
That's all you gotta do.
That was
I
for
got
you,
that
Terrence.
The trash in the trash.
Yeah, I hope this movie's good. It don't seem like it is about to be, but okay.
Look,
Sure.
then we
and now you don't
we've
have no
lost-
writers right now.
And look, and then that means we've lost
Oh
absolutely
my
nothing.
god! Yeah.
Yeah, who's
Either
writing
way.
this movie? Yikes. Go ahead.
Shonda
AI.
Rhimes says Olivia Pope from Scandal is a character she would revive on another show. She has created many iconic characters throughout her career and says that Olivia Pope from Scandal is the one she would like to bring back. During an interview With IMDb, Rhimes didn't hesitate to name drop the character that Kerry Washington played for 7 seasons on the HBO political drama when she was asked what character she would include in another Shondaland show. Olivia Pope. I like that character so much. Even when she was bad, I like the character so much. She's very interesting. With Rhimes creating so many shows that get people buzzing, the creator of Queen Charlotte and Grey's Anatomy says she doesn't let her fans affect her storytelling. Quote, I think I'm pretty famous for being a person who says, I don't pay attention to fans.
Okay.
That's a weird flex.
Yeah, fuck my fans. Okay. It was a bit weird.
I'm not saying, you can listen to them. You don't have to do you don't have to bend to their will, but
fuck them.
You can pay attention to them. I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, the only way I know how to tell a story is to sort of be its keeper, and therefore I can't take in all the outside influences from people and their reaction to the story. It doesn't help me in figuring out the way to be creative in my job. Okay, so she cleaned it up. I apologize for jumping the gun there, Shonda. Look, I don't care for her shows, but I'm very happy for Shonda Rhimes and all her success.
I'm saying, like, get your money, but like,
what was that one?
Yeah, Tyler Perry's also a billionaire too, so
what was the one she did that was that was with the white chick? Recently, it was like a mini series where she was like a thief or some shit, or like
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I have no idea.
It's the white chick from Ozark. That like limited series she did. It was horrible. It was really bad, and she tried to do
which white chick from Ozark?
Oh, Inventing Anna.
Yes, that's
the fraud thing. Yeah, no, I didn't watch that. I watched
like an episode.
My wife was like,
"Why is everyone talking like this?"
Yeah, my wife was like, "Hey, let's watch this," and I'm like, "Scamming white women? Nope. That's a trigger. It's a trigger. I don't know what it's triggering, but it makes me mad."
Well, don't worry, it wasn't good. It really,
she wrote
really
that.
wasn't. That was hers.
Yeah, that's one of her shows.
Yeah, the accent that the young woman from Ozark was doing was horrendous, would be putting it mildly. Like, it was so bad. But, hey.
It was the script. Like that, that accent was terrible, but also the script was fucking garbage.
Yeah, I
why
watched
the
one
fuck
episode.
is everyone talking like this? What is happening right now?
Yeah,
I'm very upset.
My wife watched a couple episodes, and I was like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm not. Turn this off. I don't like this even being on a television in our house. Turn it off. Turn it off, please. For the love of God.
But she also did that fucking like old school show too, right? That everyone likes. What the fuck was the name of that show? Bridgerton. Was that her?
Oh yeah, people. There's like a spinoff.
Oh yeah, there's a spinoff.
Queen Charlotte. I think
Charlotte.
It's a spinoff. Yeah,
I'm good.
That people like. So
I'm good.
That's fine. I watched like 2 episodes of Bridgerton. I'm like, this is not for me. That's cool.
Yeah, I watched maybe 2 or 3, and I was like, I get it. I get the point. Women are lusting over this pretty dude. I don't ever need to see any of this ever again. And then they were like, oh, he's not going to be on season 2. And everyone's like, fuck Bridgerton. I was like, okay. Yeah, I see how this goes. You guys were really caring about the story.
Yeah, but she has her audience. That's fine. Like, again, everyone has their audience.
I'm not mad at Shonda Rhimes either. Like, it's just not for me. I see Grey's Anatomy's getting renewed for like the 400th season. Grey's not even on the goddamn show. That's how popular that show is.
Damn.
Yeah. And she ain't been on for a number of seasons. I'm like, why don't you just call it Anatomy? It's just like, nah. Nope. Keeping it.
Did they name the hospital after or something?
Yeah, like, this is Grey's wing now. Like, all right. All right, my next story. Little Mermaid tracking for a $120 million opening weekend. Okay, that's cool. I hope it makes all the money. Good.
Is that domestic or just worldwide? It's a lot of fucking money, like for a weekend.
I think it's worldwide. Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's worldwide. Yeah, it's a pretty good opening.
100 million from North American theaters. And yeah, wait, what? The big budget remake is projected to earn a mighty $100 million from 4,300 North American theaters in its first 3 days of release, and 120 to 125 by the end of the holiday.
Yeah.
So that is domestic.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's not bad.
God damn, that's really good.
Yeah. Look, I'm not mad at that. By those estimates, it'll be the fourth movie, the third from Disney, that clears $100 million mark in its debut. Super Mario Brothers, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania all did it. Okay, I mean, look, some of the reports have been pretty mixed about whether this is good or not. I'm sure that racists will say it's not good because the actress is not white, which, of course makes sense. If you're... I'll leave it to Carol O'Connor to finish that one. Yeah, look, a hot take. The Little Mermaid, the original movie, it's not that good. So the source material stinks. It's not good. It's not.
It's
not bad. It's just not that great.
Isn't the Little Mermaid based off of like a story or like a Roald Dahl book or some shit? I thought the Little Mermaid
it would be way more fucked up. She would stab that.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I think the actual story is really fucked up at the end, but it's a Disney.
Yeah.
So they made it more. They made it a happy ending.
Oh, well, good for you.
Yeah, I thought this was based on some wild shit, but look, I never saw the Little Mermaid. My sister was too young and I was too old. If Disney really had balls, I was too old for the Little Mermaid, nigga.
The original was written by Hans Christian Andersen, so it probably isn't that fucking.
It was a dark ending. Yeah.
So if Disney really had balls, they would have cast a drag queen as Ursula.
That's what
because that's who Ursula was modeled after. But I get it.
What's her name is really good in it though.
Melissa McCarthy.
I've heard she's one of the standout. Yeah, Melissa McCarthy and her fucking rendition of "Poor Unfortunate Soul" people seem to like. So
okay, that's good to know. I mean, that's my favorite song out of that movie, by far. Do
you know the story, Micah?
Of the Little Mermaid? So she doesn't like her station, and she's like, man, I gotta get out there and explore the world, and she looks up and she says, I gotta get out of here. Oh, motherfucker, man. And she goes to the surface and she's like, oh shit, oh boy, let me give away my entire identity to go be with a man, because this is a children's movie and we got to keep these broads in line.
Right. She's like, yeah. Ursula's like, yeah, I'm gonna need that voice though.
Yeah, she wants to take her singing voice.
But it's voice, so now she's got no legs. She's like a human. And she can't fucking talk. And
the best part is
wrong with you, my nigga?
the best part of that song is when you listen to the lyrics, she's like, yeah, basically, don't worry, you don't need the voice because the men up there don't really like to hear a bunch of jibber jabber from women. She basically says that. And she was like, the one thing you can use, I swear to God, these are the lyrics. She's like, basically, the one thing you can use, don't worry about your voice. They like a lot of body language. I was like,
it's a children's movie. But okay.
Kids movie.
But again, they always put some adult themes into the movies.
Of course they do.
Yo, that's hilarious. Yo, you trying to tell me that Ursula just told the Little Mermaid face down, ass up, that's the way they like to fuck?
I mean,
yeah, we just ruined that cartoon for you guys.
Yeah,
they never paid attention to the lyrics.
Yeah,
that's what that movie's about.
Oh shit!
Shut up and cook my dinner.
Yeah, like I mean,
Make daddy a sandwich. Like what the fuck? All right.
That's kind of what they.
And now it's a black woman and a white dude. I don't like that shit at all. That's fucked up.
You'll have your looks. Here are the lyrics.
Nope.
You'll have your looks, your pretty face, and don't underestimate the importance of body language. The men up there don't like a lot of blabber. They think a girl who gossips is a bore. Yet on land, it's much preferred for ladies not to say a word. And after all, dear, what is idle babble for? Yeah, shut the fuck up. Yeah. They're quite rude.
Yo, girls love this movie.
I'm like, shit is fucked up.
Yeah.
But it, like, again, the movie, like, the whole premise of the movie, right? She gives up her voice so she can walk on land or whatever, meet this dude, and then she's like, oh, I can't talk or whatever, and then it's like this fight to get her voice back and to get her powers back. But it's like, it's just not that great of a movie. Like, it's not.
Yeah, before anyone takes us too seriously, because people have they get real personal when it comes to their childhood. Like we're just joking, right? Like
I'm not.
Like, we know that not good. We know. Well, no, not about the not good part, right? We're joking about, like, there's a reason why the villain is saying all this stuff, right? Because she's the villain, and like right, that's the whole point, is to realize that no, who you are is like. I just want to get that out of the way, because like there are people listening who are going to be like, well, you just didn't get it because you got balls and this isn't for you. All right.
Yeah, no. Yeah, we get it. You should be yourself and not change for some man. Yeah, you should be yourself and be happy with who you are. You can breathe underwater. Like,
yeah.
You're like Aquaman. Like you're a superhero. So yeah, look, I get that. I just don't think this is of the Disney animated movies, especially the ones that they're remaking. I just don't think it's that great. Like I just don't. Like, go back and watch it. Like, with let the scales fall from your eyes, as they say. Like, it's not it's just not that great. Like, compared to Lion King, no. Compared to Beauty and the Beast, no. Like, Beauty and the Beast is a damn good movie. Sir, she won't come downstairs. She doesn't want to eat.
Oscar,
Right.
That's a top tier movie.
Yeah. She won't come downstairs and eat. Then why don't you starve? Like, he was so mad. He didn't give a fuck. It was great. It's just like Ursula's very good. The protagonist isn't particularly that interesting, I don't think. Like, but this is still in the weird. It's still in the weird era of like pseudo damsels in distress, but like no, I mean, I guess you could say a guy rescues Ariel to some degree, but like this is not the great era of Disney movies. I really don't think so. Like, I mean, this came out in what year? Would you say 89?
This was 89. This was before
89,
movies, right?
Yeah. I think Beauty and the Beast came out like 91 or something like that.
Yeah, I just think like Disney animated movies as they go, like I just don't think this is a very good one. I think it's fine. But yeah, like right after, let's see, I'm trying to look like based on release date, but like, dude, then you got like Mulan, which is a top tier movie, Pocahontas, which if you've not seen that movie in a long time, that movie's mad fucking serious. Like, it gets super serious movie. It's very well done. But then you got like Pocahontas, The Princess and the Frog, which I think is okay. I mean, Tangled is like a pretty decent movie. I mean, Frozen. What's that?
Are we talking about 90s, strictly 90s, or we're just going from? Like,
I'm just saying, like, going forward, like Beauty and the Beast, okay. Aladdin. I mean, there are far better movies, like far better movies. So
Beauty
yeah,
and the Beast came out in 91. Aladdin came out in 92. Pocahontas came out in 95. A Goofy movie came out like 94, 95. They were fucking just knocking that out of the park. And Beauty and the Beast was the first. Came out in '89, like when on their comeback tour, if you will, because I don't know about the '80s as far as Disney movies were.
Yeah, and
it was just, I think it was the weakest of the bunch.
Yeah, I think so. Like it just does not. To me, it does not rise to the level of those other movies. I just don't think it does. But look, so if you're like, oh, this movie sucks, like go back and watch the first one. Like go back and watch it. Like, you sure it's that great? If it feels like I've seen that, and I've seen the second movie of that, which is not good. Okay, like it's done by a completely different studio. Like it's really cheaply done, but like they all feel like they're missing like big parts. Like it feels very empty in a lot of ways. So, but then like the new Disney movies, like Brave and all that shit from then on, Frozen, they're so much deeper made films. Like they really are. But you know, whatever. But 120 million, I think, is great. We'll see how it does ultimately. Next up, Pedro Pascal says the Mandalorian role is strictly a voiceover role for him now. So he's like, yo, I'm not getting in that suit. It's hot. Get the fuck out of here.
It was like 50-50 to begin with when the show first started, right?
Yeah.
It was him and then his fucking stunt double.
Yep.
Anyway,
nope.
Like, nah, I don't need to do this. Like, I don't have to.
Yeah, I would imagine.
I'm doing way too
I would
much.
imagine that's
right.
I would imagine that's double work, right? Because he doesn't sound like that while in the suit, right? Like he would have to do the motions and then have to go back and re-record all the dialogue anyway. So why would you just cut out the middleman?
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I don't know why he would want to do that. And it doesn't take anything away from the role. Who cares? Like, just walk around and shoot shit. Like, just like do your thing. Like, it's fun. Yeah, some people had like a real problem with that. I didn't when I found out that he wasn't.
Why? That doesn't make.
That's a great question. I don't know. Who gives a fuck? Who cares?
It's like you couldn't tell the difference between him and his stunt double to begin with. So shut the fuck up. Like it was his voice,
right? Like unless you are like unless you're analyzing like the gait of Pedro Pascal versus the gait of like who cares, man?
Yeah, that would be a wild analysis.
Something that before HBO Max, just want to give a sad news story. Ray Stevenson passed away. And,
that was fucked up.
Yeah, man, like that dude was like in his late 50s or something like that, and that is
58.
That is no age to die. It really isn't. He had many film credits to his name. He played Frank Castle in Punisher Warzone.
The best Punisher movie.
Thank you. Like, I love that movie. It's ridiculous.
They fucking treated that movie like shit, man. She's like, I got all of this from the comic book.
They were like,
right.
What were you?
She literally pulled out the Punisher Max books and said, I got it from this. I love Punisher Warzone. It's so silly, and it completely understands what it is. He played Volstagg. He was in RRR. He was in the Three Musketeers. He was in the 7th season of Dexter. Yeah, man. He was he was in Rome.
He had a good look. That dude had a good look.
He had a good look. He had a good voice.
Yeah, like he had a presence. Right?
Yeah.
Like,
that's it.
I mean, he was a huge person. Like in general, he's just a big guy, but he had good stage presence or on-screen presence. Yeah, so just a real shame.
Yeah.
Big dude.
Yeah, man. So safe home to that guy, man. Like, just 58, man. Yeah. Like that ain't no age to be dead, man.
No.
He's going to be in Ahsoka also. which might be his final credited role. But yeah, we'll see. So don't mean to bring you down, but I just saw that story and it reminded me. I was like, oh yeah, we lost a good dude. Mm-hmm. We also lost a good app. I'm not good with segues, guys.
No, that was not a good one.
No, that was fun. Here's the thing about it: like they didn't take my idea.
The two buttons.
Yeah, the HBO and then the fucking Discovery button. It's all mixed up. I turned it on today, and the first thing I saw was Naked and Afraid. I'm like, well, there you go. It's like, what the fuck? Why would you advertise that for me? That's not okay.
It's really funny because when I opened it, I don't get any of the Discovery shit. I get for the most part, all HBO things. I was like, what's the difference? And then I scrolled down, I can click on TLC, which I never will. I'm only doing it for this show. I'm not watching My 600-Pound Life, My Big Fat Fabulous Life, I Love a Mama's Boy, Seeking a Sister Wife, My 5 Wives, Too Large, Stuck, like shit stuck in your ear. What the fuck
You,
is
Me,
this
and My
trash?
Ex?
7 Little
Milk
Johnstons.
Manor. Oof. Sorry.
They got
MILF Manners on it too?
Yeah, MILF Manners on there. My 600-Pound Life. Where are they now?
Okay. I'm going to just, you know what? Let's just move on. Probably not anymore. I'm like, no, they just showing graveyards? Is that what they're doing? Like, what the fuck, man? Like, what is the fucking point of this? Yo, they have 3 different, and look, I'm going to be an asshole. They have 3 different shows with little people. 3 different shows? They're not spinoffs. These are 3 different families. Yo, I don't like this because it's a freak show network. Gypsy
doubling down with the Doricos. You ever see well, obviously you haven't. No, doubling down with the Doricos is a family that has like 8 billion kids. But the twist is they're black.
That's the twist.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the twist to me. They're black. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 kids.
14?
Yeah, they got 14 kids, all conceived naturally. My mother loves doubling down with the Doricos. She loves it so much that they call the grandmother Gigi, and that's what my mother wants to be called. Not grandma, Gigi. Let me tell you something. My mother has 5 names and not a G in one of them.
That's hilarious.
She wants to be called Gigi, though. Okay. And she got it from doubling down with the Doricos. So
okay, yeah, I turned it on, and like for the majority of it is all the HBO shows. But like the first thing that popped up was Naked and Afraid. You know how like it scrolls, like that was the first thing. I was like, so it begins. I don't want to see this shit. like, what is this?
I mean, you're right though.
To the
like
HBO app, you can go to the HBO section and you won't see any of that other stuff. But I'm like, I don't want to see it to begin with. That's not what I'm here for.
I'm confused. You don't want to see I'm never going to watch
it's like,
that
I
show.
don't want to see, nigga, I'm fat. I don't want to see that show. Like, I don't want to see that. Like, what the fuck?
The twist is they're black.
Like, I just don't want to see that shit. Because, like, that doesn't do anything for me.
Why are people watching that? You're not watching it because you believe in them. You're watching it to see what not to do, and that's not fucking cool. You can be mad at me for laughing at and making that probably inappropriate joke that I made a few minutes ago, but you're watching it for the same fucking reasons. You are. You're not watching My 600-Pound Life
because it seems incredibly exploitative.
It is.
So like I'm not gonna say I'm better than you guys, better than you, the people watching it, because like
I'm saying
that's what they enjoy watching. But I think they enjoy watching it because like, oh, my life is kind of wild, but like They're 650 pounds.
Yo,
I'm not 650 pounds wild. Like that's.
I'm
that's
telling you,
fucked up.
you're just watching it for the same reason Michael watches the Oscars, and just to say, well, I wouldn't have
worn that.
Right, you're just being a petty ass.
Yeah, it's fucked up, man. That's what those shows are. That's what those shows are for, and it's really fucked up. And I saw an article, or I saw a video of Zaslav. He was giving a fucking speech earlier this week, and they booed the shit out of him.
Yeah,
because he's one of the reasons why like the writers are on strike. You don't need writers when you have garbage like this on television.
Yeah,
he's
when
like
you have new episodes of
people,
Dr. Pimple Popper.
and he's one of the main reasons why we have so much reality television. He's one of the main reasons.
Trash.
So like you don't need writers for that garbage. And he don't want to pay his writers, so they were like, "Nah, boo, nigga." And he got all fucking verklempt on stage. He ain't know what to do.
Nah,
he couldn't. They booed the shit out of him. He was like, like, yeah, you should have had a writer, nigga.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I do like the idea of people just yelling "boo, nigga" as David Zaslav is talking. I hope that's exactly what they said.
That's what they should have said. That would have been great.
Yeah, I just don't. Yeah, 90 Day Fiance, Dr. Pimple Popper. How anyone could watch that is beyond me. There's just a medical journeys. Yeah,
I can't do it. I get physically ill when I see that shit.
The most offensive thing, not the most offensive thing, but like the cherry on top of this shit sundae is that they didn't even bother to update the original app.
No, they really didn't.
You gotta re-download the app.
Wow.
And while it doesn't take that much time to re-download the app,
that should piss me off.
I shouldn't have to. Like it's just
should piss me off, yo. Look, I get it. If you say, hey, the Discovery, you got two things coming together, get rid of the Discovery app, yo. You know which one is the Power app. Knock it off. It ain't the fucking Discovery one. Shut up. Updated. Like, I will give them this. I downloaded Max, I installed it, and then it immediately read all of my information, so I didn't have to, like, re-log in. But if it could do that, you could have just updated the fucking app,
updated
asshole. That's all you did. You wrote a part of the application that said, go in and read the data from this other app. Fuck off. Just update that app. That should piss me off.
I will say... It runs better.
Well, good.
It's a little smoother, but like
I never really had any issues like on the Roku or I don't watch it that often on my computer, but I never particularly had any issues. I'm just really disgusted by these shows, yo. They just like really piss me off. Too large, yo. Fuck off, yo. You couldn't even come up with an inventive name. It's fucked up. 1,000 pounds best friends. Come on, yo. Like, yo, I don't have a good track record for not saying some wild shit in reference to those things. But I'm growing as a human being. That shit is exploitive, yo. You're just making fun of people who are going through that. Like, it's just fucked up, and I don't think it's right. I'm not gonna watch it.
Jesus Christ. At least the Zeus network, these niggas know what they're getting. Like they just exploiting themselves for fucking. Like they be fighting and shit on that stupid ass network. But like this shit is like, it's just a bunch of people that have like just issues, like health issues.
Yeah.
That they could, I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah. That dude needs to be fired. I don't like that guy.
Yes.
Zaslav.
Agreed.
I can't imagine getting I can't imagine visiting an ice cream truck for breakfast. I just... I can't.
Your response was for breakfast? Question mark. If you don't know what that is, it's. I believe it's a show on one of Zaslav's networks.
It was a bit much.
Yeah, it was like my 600 pound, whatever. Wasn't it one of those? Anyway,
I think it is. I don't know. All right, let's talk about what the fuck. Brought to you by JTD from the Edit That Out podcast. Micah, take it away.
Let's see. A man claims to have survived on soda alone for the last 17 years. He lied. A man claims he stopped consuming food one day in 2006 and has relied solely on sweetened fizzy drinks for energy ever since. The 58-year-old man claims that the mere sight of food makes him nauseous and that he has been surviving on water and fizzy drinks like Pepsi and Coca-Cola for the last 17 years. It all started one night in 2006 when he woke up with a strange feeling in his mouth. One that he just couldn't get rid of,
Okay.
no matter how many doctors he visited.
All right.
In the end, he decided to shun food permanently and has been living a perfectly normal life ever since.
No,
His family
he isn't.
didn't eat in front of him because just seeing them makes him sick, and he gets all his energy from carbonated drinks. He drinks 3 large bottles of soda a day and insists that he never feels hungry. Quote,
Is this nigga
I had a
battery acid? That's not.
no, he's drinking battery acid. I quote, I had a strange feeling. I felt like an object like hair was stuck inside my mouth. I felt that the head of this hair was inside my mouth and inside my stomach.
China.
Florida.
Not China. Not Florida. This person is Iranian or Iranian. And yeah, nah. He said it was like the hair was tugging on my throat and I felt like I was suffocating. It was so tight that I didn't know what to do. So I grabbed a 2-liter bottle of Pepsi, I guess, is what you're supposed to do.
To burn it out.
Yeah, nah, man. He says he's fully aware of the risks associated with consuming sugary, fizzy drinks, but he claims that he undergoes health checks routinely and has even undergone an endoscopy, all of which confirmed that he is healthy. So he just drinks a bunch of soda and half a glass of water. And half a glass of water a week.
Yo, that's 4 ounces, yo. Why bother? Like, what's the fucking
Well,
point?
he doesn't want to get dehydrated, guys. Like I could see if he said, I drink, 3 liters of water a day, and then I have a 2-liter of soda. Like, that's enough for me.
Yeah.
Like, that I don't recommend that, but like, okay, that would make sense. He has a thimble of water every day. Like, that's not enough to drink.
No. Well, yeah, I guess that would be a thimble of water every day if it's half a glass a week. Oh,
He's like, ooh, don't want to ruin my teeth. I'll just have a half a glass of water.
that nigga ain't got no teeth left. He ain't got no teeth left.
How? Yeah, I don't see how it would.
There's no way.
The fuck out of here.
Yikes. That is fucking disturbing. All right, Terrence, take it away.
Man has silver-plated grill stuck in his lung after accidentally swallowing them. Okay.
Kodak Black.
A 22-year-old man from this place who started experiencing coughing and wheezing and heavy wheezing after an epileptic seizure. Was shocked to find that his silver grills had become stuck in one of his lungs. A case study recently published on the Curious Medical Journal tells the story of an unnamed 22-year-old man who, after recovering from an epileptic seizure, started to experience. Yeah, so he had a seizure and he just fucking swallowed his grill.
Oof,
that's fucked up.
That's fucking scary, man.
Yeah, he immediately thought medical assistant. Medical assistant and X-ray scans revealed that he had something lodged in the right main stem bronchus and airway to his lungs. A 4-centimeter long mass looked like dentures. And the man told doctors that he was wearing his silver-plated grills when he had the seizure and couldn't find them when he recovered. There it is right there. Goddamn. Want to guess where this took place?
I mean,
I think Jay had it right.
I'm going United States, but I'm going Atlanta. It's very specific.
I think you're right. I'll say, just to be different, I'll say Mississippi. That sounds like something a dumb nigga would do in Mississippi. get grills and not have a seizure.
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
They don't have a big rap scene there.
Yeah.
Wisconsin. This ain't
He's a cheesehead.
This ain't the picture of the guy, right? Like this is.
I doubt it.
Yeah, that's just
This is just like a stock image, right? Like I can't imagine somebody with lips that big being in Wisconsin.
The patient experienced bronchospasm, where muscles in the lung airway tighten from the that's got to be horrifying.
I mean, that is horrifying. Did he try to just drink a 2 liter of soda to get it down? And save that other guy's life? Why not? That's really terrifying, honestly.
Had the silver-plated grills gone down the other pipe, they would have passed through the esophagus and into the stomach before basically being shit out. But this way, the dentures became stuck in one of his lung airways.
Oh, it went down his trachea. Oh, fuck.
Yeah. I couldn't imagine, man. God damn.
Nah.
Yeah,
interesting. This isn't the first time he... Oh, that's okay. Yeah, so yeah. Wisconsin. Swallowed his grills. Take them shits out at night.
Yeah.
I don't know when he had to see.
Yeah, you can't sleep in them. That's like we learned the guy who fell asleep with his AirPods in and swallow one of them. Like, you'll go deaf, take them out of your ears. You don't need to listen to music going to sleep, you fucking weirdo. My story, article on raw crow sashimi sparks controversy in Japan. Oh, does it? All right. Well, I told you the place.
I was about to say. It's sashimi.
It's crow sashimi, for God's sake.
I mean, it's either Japan or like some landlocked state, like
a hillbilly.
Like
where Andy lives.
like Colorado or some shit.
Right.
No, this is where Andy lives. He's like, have you tried crow sashimi? No, motherfucker. What the hell? That's not a real thing. Hey, he's just a bird. A Japanese newspaper recently sparked controversy in Japan with an article on consuming raw crow meat, a practice that experts say could cause serious health problems, even death. They published an article on the consumption of so-called crow sashimi, raw crow meat marinated in various sauces. The journalist basically described their experience eating crow meat, both cooked and raw, at a gathering of crow meat lovers, claiming the crow sashimi was both refreshing and easy to chew compared to the grilled meat, which is extremely tough and dry. Y'all niggas eating crow? This is a wild move. The article caused a lot of confusion online, and the Japanese Health Ministry ultimately posted a message on its official Twitter account warning people not to indulge in raw crow meat. It could save your life. Okay, raw crow meat it is.
There's literally a murder of crow meat lovers. Like
don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm just saying, like it's like
you're an asshole.
I mean, the word murder is associated with crow, I'm not eating anything that the word murder is associated with. I'm sorry.
I feel like you could have sent that suggestion over to the New York Post, and they would have been like, "Fucking nailed it." I don't think crow meat is high on my list of things to try.
Yeah, you'll try anything, right?
I mean, I would try it. I mean, I'm not a coward.
I'm not trying raw crow.
I'm not sure I'm eating raw crow, like a Baltimore crow. No, I don't think so.
just one of them niggas picking up trash off of Baltimore Street.
I need an artisanal. I need an artisanal crow. Like I don't want to raised properly.
You don't want a Pratt Street crow?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, they eat trash. I'm good. Fuck out of here. I don't believe crows are, quote, refreshing. That's a very weird, that's a weird thing to say.
I can't imagine a crow is refreshing to eat.
Nah, I'm good.
Look at it.
Right.
I've had pigeon before.
I've had pigeon.
Yeah, pigeon's delicious.
I mean, I have to imagine that pigeon ain't that much better, right? Like they just fat crows, right? Like they just crows that like don't know how to play basketball. You know what I mean?
What?
That's hilarious. You're such an asshole. Trailers this week. You Hurt My Feelings. This is the official trailer. The new Elaine movie. So look, I think this is an A24 film. This is a movie about a woman who is an author. She's a middle-aged woman, and she's trying to find her audience as she's becoming, she was the voice of a generation, but now she's kind of an old voice of an old generation. And she's just trying to find her way as this middle-aged woman. Her and her husband have kids and everything else. And it's sort of about the lies that we tell each other.
The log line is a novelist's long-standing marriage is suddenly upended when she overhears her husband give his honest reaction to her latest book.
Right.
And like you said, that's the premise, and the movie is essentially about all the bullshit that we go through in marriage because we love someone, even though you tell them that you want to watch something on television and they come in with a vacuum and just make a bunch of noise. You love them though.
You do. And it's funny, like the closer you get to somebody, the harder it is to tell the absolute truth to them about everything. It like that like you can be 100% honest all the time with your spouse. No, you can't.
That's bullshit.
You trying to get
no
stabbed?
100% honest. Like no one is 100% honest with anyone,
Right.
unless you're just a fucking dickhead.
Yeah,
and I'm talking about in any relationship, not even just like a marriage.
Yeah, you have to you got to put some sugar in it. Like you got to downplay certain things or upplay certain things. Like you do. Like my wife is like, "Oh, I wrote this thing. What do you think?" Yeah, it's great. I don't give a fuck. Sometimes it's like, this is not even that interesting to me. I don't care. But I'm not going to say that because she would literally quite say, "You hurt my feelings." And I'd be like, and I don't want another adult to say that to me because that makes me feel sad. Like, I don't want that. It's a really sad thing to say. Like, even the title, I was like, "Aw." Like, I didn't even turn the trailer on. I was like, this is going to be sad.
I would check it. It's A24, first of all. It's got fucking Elaine is in it.
Elaine Dennis is in it.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus is
her too. I like her as well. She's a very good actress. Look, this is but this is like we are getting to an age where these are the type of movies that really appeal to us. Like as far as dramas go. Like it does, just because it is very true to life. It's the shit that we go through. So like I can understand people listening to me like, I have no desire to see this. Wait till you're 40. And you have to lie to your spouse and be like, no, the thing you wrote was really interesting. I really loved it. And you're like, I didn't care. I didn't. But you're just trying to be a good person. Like, this is the way it goes. Look, I think this looks great. I'm in for it. I like movies like this. And it's got a good cast. It's got the dude from Succession's in it. I like everybody. Everybody I recognize in it. I've liked them in many things. Tobias Menzies, he's very good too.
David Cross is in it, and the scene that he's in this trailer, he's at a couples therapy session with his wife, and that David Cross in a couples therapy session should that could be a movie by itself.
I just love that.
Wait a minute, that's David Cross.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the beard. Yeah.
With the white beard. Holy shit. I didn't even recognize him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is him. Holy shit.
She only wants me to get a salad because she thinks I'm fat. Now just shut the fuck up and make your point. Oh my goodness. Yeah, look, I'm here for it. I like stuff like this. I will show this to my wife. We will 100% watch it and we will laugh together about it. And then she'll be like, "Did you ever feel that way about something I wrote?" And I'll be like, "Absolutely not. The people in this movie are ridiculous. This isn't like us at all." So that's it for that. Any parting words before we get out of here? Because it's late on our end.
No.
All right. Again, we're professionals. Stretch it out to an hour and 39 minutes. You're welcome. All right. That's it for us. Hopefully there'll be actual news next week, and we will see you next time.
See ya.